ChatGerry, comparison of two daily glucose energy patterns, October 5 versus October 6, 2025, number 1383, October 7, 2025. Gerald C. EclaireMD Foundation. Category, Diabetes. Overview. This study compares 2 consecutive days of continuous glucose monitoring, CGM, October 5 and October 6, 2025, using my linear glucose energy model. Although both days had nearly identical average glucose levels, 115 mg/dl versus 113 mg/dl, their energy distributions differed dramatically. This shows that daily averages, such as EcG or hemoglobin A1c, can hide large variations in real metabolic stress. When normalized at 140 mg/dl, the daily energy shares were: October 5, 0% hypo, 97.6%; normal, 2.4% hyper; October 6, 0% hypo, 73.2% normal, 26.8% hyper. Even with similar averages, the second day carried 11 times, 26.8 divided by 2.4 is 11.17, more hyperglycemic energy, confirming that glucose amplitude and duration, not just mean value, determine true metabolic load. Methods, using the same setup as in my previous paper, number 1382, I analyzed 96 glucose readings per day taken every 15 minutes. Each value was normalized by dividing by 140 mg/dl, 1.0 is upper limit of normal. The data were integrated into 3 physiological zones: below 0.5 less than or equal to 70 mg per deciliter hypoglycemia, 0.5 to 1.070 to 140 mg per deciliter normal, above 1.0 greater than or equal to 140 mg per deciliter hyperglycemia. Calculus integration concept was applied, performed using the area under curve method, ensuring identical baselines and formulas for both days. Results in comparison. October 5, 2025, 0% hypo, 97.6% normal, 2.4% hyperglucose range, 9148 mg/dl pattern. Mostly stable with 2 modest post-meal peaks. Lower energy, slightly above 140 mg/dl. October 6, 2025, 0% hypo, 73.2% normal, 26.8% hyperglucose range, 8235 mg/dl pattern. 2 tall and wide spikes. Higher energy, after breakfast and lunch, with longer time above 140 mg/dl. The energy shift from 2.4% to 26.8% hyperglycemia indicates that the second day's higher and longer peaks produce substantially more energy stress. 11.17 times higher, despite similar averages. Interpretation and guidance. Energy meaning, October 5 was a stable day with minimal vascular stress. October 6 was a spike-heavy day, with significantly higher oxidative and inflammatory load. Key insight: one day can have the same average glucose as another, yet produce far greater metabolic strain. Practical advice: reducing peak height and shortening time above 140 mg/dl drastically lowers total energy stress. Effective methods include eating smaller portions, walking about 1 hour after each meal, and avoiding late evening carbohydrate intake. Significance: this comparison highlights the power of daily glucose energy analysis. When 2 days share the same mean, for example, EcG or hemoglobin A1c, but have very different waveform shapes, the energy model immediately reveals which day burdens the body more. In this case, October 5 was metabolically calm, while October 6 was energetically costly. Monitoring both % of energy in normal range and % of energy in hyperglycemia range provides more actionable insight than relying on hemoglobin A1c or simple averages. Keeping hyperenergy below about 10% helps maintain lower cumulative stress and long-term vascular protection. Conclusion: although both days look similar by average glucose, their energy profiles told 2 very different stories. The linear glucose energy model exposes what averages conceal: the real, physics-based measure of metabolic strain, from both duration and amplitude of glucose excursions. This approach offers patients and clinicians a far clearer and more meaningful view of daily glucose health. Disclaimer: this content is provided for educational reference only, and does not constitute medical advice. No doctor-patient relationship is created. You may share this summary freely, but it must not be altered, edited, or republished as your own. All intellectual property rights and copyrights for this article and its related materials belong to the author, Gerald C.